Hi, my name is Reed, and I am 29 years old, and I am a pharmacist.
I'm Sarah. I'm 28 years old and I'm also a pharmacist. We live in Anchorage, Alaska with our son Jacob and our two dogs, and then we will have a second child join us in November.
We have not always lived in Alaska. We moved to Alaska about 5 years ago, and before that, we lived in Ohio.
Which
growing up.
is where I met Andreas. We both worked at a Salvation Army summer camp, and I was the coolest American there, so obviously we became friends.
Let's see. We have not decided on a name for our new child yet. We do not yet know if it is a boy or a girl. We have some ideas, but we have not decided yet.
Yeah. So I like to play volleyball, and Reed likes to play ultimate frisbee. We both love to watch football on TV or in person.
American football.
Real football.
And we both enjoy tennis as well. My favorite is Roger Federer.
And Djokovic is number one for a reason, because he's the best. We do not speak Danish. We have visited Denmark once. We visited Andreas and his family, but we don't speak it. We're going to give it a go, though, because you submitted a sentence, I think.
A phrase. Perhaps.
Yeah,
We cheated.
Kind of hard.
We cheated a little bit. We looked it up on YouTube.
So you go ahead and say it.
To learn how to say it. So maybe Rud Grud Flud. How did I do?
That's about as good as it's going to get.
Your turn.
Oh, man. Okay. Rude, Grode, Maflood.
Perfect.
So, we'll see.
Let's see.
Neither of us have a sister.
Nope.
We both have one brother each.
One brother each. I have an older brother. Sarah has a younger brother. A lot of you guys were interested in the wildlife of Alaska, particularly moose. We do see quite a few moose, maybe a couple times a week. They're not incredibly special to see, but we do get excited and we like to take pictures of them.
Yeah, they'll come up onto our front porch and walk through our backyard or in the driveway. Sometimes you have to wait to back out of your garage because the moose will be standing there. But if you go hiking or on a trail, you're more likely to see them than just around town. But sometimes they are downtown walking down the street. So.
But we do not see very many bears. We've seen one bear in town in Anchorage. And even if you go hiking on the trails or in some of the more wilderness areas, it is still very rare to see a bear.
Bears are a lot more afraid of humans than the moose are, so if you're making noise, they'll usually try and stay away.
Yeah. As far as how it's like living in Alaska, we think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we live in Anchorage, which is not the capital, but it is the largest city. There are 1 million people that live in Alaska, and about 300,000 live in Anchorage, so almost a third of the state lives in town.
So we do have phones, we do have internet, there are grocery stores, lots of grocery stores.
Lots of department stores.
Lots of department stores and restaurants. It's basically like any other city that you would find in the United States.
Except there's not very many tall buildings.
Not very many tall buildings. The tallest building is maybe 14 or 15 stories.
Yeah.
But we don't need tall buildings. We have tall mountains.
So right now it is about upper 60s to like mid 70s. Like I think it was 68 today and 75 yesterday.
Fahrenheit.
Which 75 Fahrenheit is 24 Celsius and 68 is 20. So it gets pretty nice in the summer, pretty warm. We live a couple blocks from the ocean, so the temperature is pretty mild even throughout the winter. We do get quite a bit of snow. We'll usually have at least 2 feet most of the winter, which I don't know what that is in meters, but
well,
you guys can look it up.
3 feet would be about 1 meter, so
you guys can look it up. Homework.
You can look it up.
But
so it is not cold right now. It is the summertime. So it is nice and warm now, but it does get pretty cold in the winter.
In Anchorage, it averages around 10, which is about negative 12 degrees Celsius. And then the lowest it would get is negative 10 for us, which is negative 23 in Celsius. So it's pretty mild in Anchorage. However, if you go up to Fairbanks, which is quite a bit more north, it can get down into the negative 50s. Or more, negative 60, which what's that in Celsius?
Minus 50 in Fahrenheit is about minus 40 in Celsius. 46, sorry. Bad handwriting.
Yeah, so pretty cold up there. That's why we live down here.
Yep. We do not want to move any further north. We do have schools in the city as well, of course.
There's a lot of schools. We have a lot of public schools, private schools, Christian schools, and then a lot of special language schools. So they teach in either Japanese, Russian, Spanish, German.
Not Danish, though.
Chinese, yeah,
not yet.
Danish. One of you guys can come over and start one.
Yep. It is very beautiful in Alaska. There are lots of mountains. We do not live in the mountains, but we do live close to some mountains, and we have a great view from our house of looking at the mountains in Anchorage. I think one of the best things about Alaska is that the wilderness is very accessible. You don't have to go very far out of town to get onto some of the trails and into some areas that are less populated or have less people there. And it's very, very beautiful country.
Yeah, and even throughout the winter, the cold doesn't really stop anyone here. You kind of just layer up, put on extra coats or warm layers, like Under Armour, and you just get out there anyway. We have over 170 miles of groomed cross-country ski trails just in town in Anchorage. So a lot of people ski cross-country or skate ski, but we also have a really nice resort about 30 minutes south of us to do downhill skiing or slalom. They set up a lot of courses, backcountry skiing, or you could do heli skiing, which they take you up in a helicopter and just drop you off on a mountain in the middle of nowhere, and then you ski down. And then we also have a smaller resort in town, which is about 10 minutes from our house, if you want to downhill ski in town.
The resort that was about 30 minutes away, I think is very scary to ski on. I went once, and I had trouble sleeping that night.
You had nightmares.
I thought I was still on the mountain and that I was about to fall, and I had to catch myself, but I was just laying in bed.
We do, even in the summer, we still have snow up in the mountains. It's up in the taller ones. And when you're hiking, you start out and it's warm, and then you have to bring layers and like jackets, because when you do get to the top, it's quite a bit colder.
And windy.
Yeah, windy. But like right now we're in the summer, so it's light out all the time. So that helps with the warmth. One of you guys asked if we have elections. So I think you're talking about like our government.
President.
So we are part of the United States, so we do participate in elections. So we elect our national leaders and vote on national policies, but we also have local elections and vote on local policies that affect our community and our day-to-day life.
Yep.
But yeah, one of the other things about living in Alaska that I really love is just how much people do outdoors. There's always something to do. Like I said, the weather doesn't really stop anyone, and you have the water and the mountains on either side of you, so it's so pretty. And with the water comes some really good food. Really good food.
So you guys are very interested in what we like to eat and some of the common things that are here in Alaska. So of course there are a lot of fish. So we eat salmon, we eat rockfish, and halibut, the three main fish that we eat. There is also a lot of great crab.
And shrimp.
Shrimp and scallops.
Oh, yeah.
Any kind of
really
clam.
any kind of seafood,
Yeah.
except for shark. One of you guys asked if we can eat shark, but I think that's illegal in the United States.
Yeah.
No shark for us.
There were some small sharks that we caught while we were trying to catch halibut. Sharks were eating the bait.
But we threw them back in.
But yeah, we did. We don't eat the sharks.
You like ham.
I do like ham. I put ham on my sandwiches for lunch every day. But it's not something we eat at home a lot.
Yeah. We eat a lot of beef and fish.
But we only get our beef from Ohio because Ohio has much better beef than Alaska. They have better cows.
Yeah. You eat chicken wings sometimes.
Sometimes. Sarah does not like chicken wings very much, but I like to get them sometimes while we're out at restaurants.
Jacob is a year and a half, so he really likes grilled cheese, mac and cheese, rice porridge, really any kind of rice. He's Asian, so that's expected. What else does he eat?
He eats a lot of fruit.
Yeah.
He likes bananas and blueberries and raspberries and blackberries.
And melon.
So he eats cantaloupe, lots of things like that. We're still working on the vegetables. We mix the vegetables in with other things so that he doesn't know they're there. Otherwise, he does not usually like to eat them.
Yeah. As far as what do we normally eat for dinner, so tonight we had steak and broccoli and potatoes. Last week we had spaghetti squash with, I made a spaghetti sauce, meat sauce with moose meat. In Alaska, a lot of people have moose meat and caribou. I don't know if you know what caribou is. It's like a reindeer.
Or elk.
Elk, yeah. But a lot of people go hunting for those, and that's one of the great things about living in Alaska too, is you kind of catch your own, kill.
You hunt.
Hunt.
Hunt for your own food. You can hunt for caribou and moose. Some people hunt for bears. We go fishing ourselves, so we catch our own salmon and halibut and rockfish.
Berry picking, and there's wild berries all over the mountain, strawberries throughout the fields. But yeah, a lot of people eat moose and caribou. But yeah, we eat a lot of beef, hamburgers, steak, pork chops. We like asparagus and broccoli. And ice cream.
Ice cream. I just bought some ice cream for Sarah this evening, and she is just finding out about it right now.
Yay!
So, hope this was helpful for you guys. We really enjoyed reading all of your questions.
Yeah, you guys had some really good questions.
Yep.
So, hopefully we answered them all, and hopefully Andreas is a good teacher and nice to you guys and gives you all A's.
Have a great day.
Bye, guys.